today's pick a card reading, we're going to go over what assumptions people make about you. Welcome back. If you've been here before, you can skip straight to your reading. If you're brand new to this channel, hi, welcome to this community. My name is Jacey ꜱဃᴏᴘ. I am an energy reader, and this channel is all about connecting with your highest divine self. And if you're also totally new to pick a card readings on YouTube, all you have to do is pick a number between 1 over here, pile number 2 over here, and pile number 3. So pick your deck, then go down to the description box below, click on the timestamp that correlates the number that you chose, and that is where your reading will start today. And without further ado, let's start with pile number 1. Hi, pile number 1. How are we all doing today? Hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy New Year. Hope you're having an amazing start to your wonderful new year. All my blessings to you. So let's find out what assumptions people make about you. Okay, pile number 1. The assumptions that I get right away that people make immediately is you're quite independent, you are independent, and you like to hold on to things, I want to say. It's holding on kind of, okay, this makes sense, because I like to be, my whole purpose of this channel is for you guys to become closer and closer to your highest divine self. And the nature of this topic today is people's assumptions they make of you. So it can be good, it can be bad. Let's see what comes out. In this case, I feel like people's assumptions they make about you is that you're very cutthroat with people, and whether this is true or not, this is not about the truth in terms of this rating. This is actual assumptions, and so this is people's perception of you. And yeah, very cutthroat. You guys are witty though. You're very good at comebacks, I want to say. Whether you feel like that or not, people have thought that before, like, wow, that was genius. Whatever pile number 1 just said, that was a genius comeback. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys like to, assumptions, right? People make of you. People assume that you like to hoard things. And to me, that just means you guys are sentimental. You like to keep things, you like your stuff, that's absolutely normal, but that's, my personal opinion. So, assumptions. People assume that you're not super great at communication. Are you, though? What's going on in this reading? What are we reading? Are we reading your ex or like an ex best friend? I feel like the energy I'm reading into is someone that doesn't have access to you anymore. And sometimes these readings just take us to places we never planned to take. So here we are in the energy of your ex best friend or your ex partner that you've had in the past, and they just assume that they jump into the belief that you guys are cutthroat, that you won't listen to them, and they also think you're super smart and intelligent and know how to get your way. You like to keep, what you have to yourself. You like to save your money where you can save your money, which is amazing. I really feel the energy of someone feeling really butthurt about not having access to you anymore. So, I mean, good for you. I don't know the full story, but that's what you gotta do sometimes. Okay, so people assume that you like to, this is the holding on to things, but in a bad way, People assume that you carry some sort of baggage, whether it's physical or emotional, and they assume that you take on more than you can handle. There is some of that going on. You're very sharp with your words, and so people are sometimes afraid to talk to you. Whether, take it however resonates. It could be in general, people are afraid to talk to you because they're afraid of what you'll say or how you'll react. Could be, one of your exes. Kind of really feeling that energy for you guys. You guys like to shine wherever you shine. Yeah, you guys like to take advantage of, they assume that you like to take advantage of situations where you're able to shine through, and why not? I feel like, okay, well, I guess I set myself up for this because the nature of the topic of this title is people's assumptions. So people the nature of that isn't relatively positive, maybe. I will see. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I don't know why I'm struggling a bit with this reading, but we're gonna keep going. So people's assumptions with you is that they feel like you've gone through a lot in life, that you have a lot of experiences in the past that may have hurt you. It's just what's happening right now. So it might not be assumptions made of you all the time. Time to heal. 6 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot to let go of. There's a lot to process. So this feels almost temporary because this is the type of energy which is a kind of a quick break from all the activities and things that happen in this wonderful thing called life. And I don't know what happened to you, but it seems like now is the time. People are giving you space to heal and process through whatever you're going through. People are assuming right now that you're going through something, whether they're making an accurate judgment or not, only you can say. Pile number 1, that's the assumptions people have on you, just the way you're carrying yourself, the way you're talking. It seems like you're going through a lot, and if you don't feel like you're going through a lot, it just looks like you're really busy and you don't have time for much else or anything that is extra, or time in general to do things, hang out, and go out and have fun and date. People feel like you're just not exactly in that mood right now. Pile number 1, people assume that you have an extraordinarily busy schedule, that you have a lot going on for yourself. There are some people that in your life that respect and view you extraordinarily highly of you, and they feel like you are this endless miracle child that continues to attract all these amazing things in their life, and right now you're in this miracle spurt. That's the assumptions that some of the people, like, there's different departments of people in your life. It feels there's the haters or exes and ex-friends, and that assume that they can't speak to you because they're afraid of how you'll react. And then there's your medium crowd that sees eye to eye with you. They respect you, they're letting you do your thing, they don't want to bother you right now for whatever reason. It's just the vibe that maybe they get for whatever reason. And then there's people that highly respect you and see you in great regards, and they assume that you're experiencing a truckload of miracles and opportunities and maybe money, so they get you. They are also doing their thing in terms of being successful individuals in the society, so they get it. Those are the people that get you. When you have more responsibility, when you have more successes, there comes more responsibility, and so they're just letting you do your thing. They're blessing you, in their hearts and their minds, or they're letting you do what you got to do, and they still have so much love for you. A lot of your people, I feel like you, pile number 1, are such a loved group of people. There were a few cards that pointed to this, and I didn't really quite understand it, but it popped up 3 times, because you have the Page of Swords, Watch Your Words, Parrot Spirit, and you have Think on Your Feet. So people assume that you're really smart at what you do, you're very intelligent. That's the assumption, whether you have shown that you're intelligent or not, or that you're witty. People assume that you are, just the way you speak, the way you hold yourself, the way you are, just the energy that you bring into the room. People assume that you guys are intelligent and you're quick on your feet in terms of thoughts and words and ideas, all of the above. So these are all actually wonderful assumptions that people have of you. You have, a couple of haters that just simply don't have access to you anymore, and that's just them being butthurt, and that's it. But I would say 80 to 90% of the people in your life see you as, okay, you're going through a lot, whether good or bad. It's just life, they get it. And people assume that you're working towards even greater successes than you've already experienced. People assume that you're just simply working towards your goals and living your best life in terms of achieving what you want to achieve. It really is simple as that. It's, you know, this is what makes you amazing in their eyes too. You know, you are almost known as a person that, you know, needs to do these things. This is how you create balance in your specific life, and people that love and care and adore you understand that fully, and they let you do your thing, and you guys will hang out when you guys will hang out. You guys are okay. So again, overcoming obstacles. 10 of Wands, 6 of Swords. So people assume that you're overcoming something. Whether you are overcoming something or not, it just feels, for some people in your life, it feels that way. They assume that you're healing over something, and most of all, you're creating an open space energetically for newer and bigger things. People assume that you are relatively fearless and that you're super bold. You as a person, pile number 1, are bold and brave and fearless. That's the assumption that people have of you. So that's the reading I have for you guys, pile number 1. If you liked it, help me boop that like button so that I can continue making videos like this. And also, I've added a membership situation in my channel. If you'd like to support me in that way, there are 3 levels to choose from. It will help so much in adding some much needed stability into my life. So check that out if you want to check it out, and I'll see you in another one. But for now, hello pile number 2, how are we all doing? Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing, most wonderful start of your new year. All of my blessings to you guys, pile number 2. Also, I added a membership tier into my channel. If you want to support me in that way, it'd be so much appreciated. It will add much needed stability into my life if you want to support me in other ways. So what assumptions do people have of you, pile number 2? Pile number 2, you guys are just shining, beaming individuals, because people's assumptions they have of you is that you're so good at just keeping it moving and not holding on to or staying or sticking into the past. You know, the people's assumptions of you are that you're able to see what happened here in life and able to recognize it, acknowledge it, and just moving it right along and not letting it have hold on you, have any weight on you. And that speaks volumes. People's assumptions of you, and whether this is true or not, maybe you do hold on to things, maybe you do, maybe people don't see that though. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that people don't see the real struggles that you have gone through to get to where you are in life now, to be able to appear like you just move on with things really fast. Pile number 2, you go through maybe a breakup or something that would cripple someone else. It doesn't seem to affect you much, if at all, which is really impressive. How did you guys do this? How did you guys do that? People do wonder that a lot. You know, they look at you and they're seeing all the changes that you experience in your life, pile number 2, and they're wondering, how does pile number 2 move on so fast, and why are they so happy? Didn't they just have a breakup? Didn't they just, you know, however this resonates with you, didn't something happen? Why are they so vibrant? You know, and you've done a lot of work, pile number 2. You have really come leaps and bounds in terms of growth and maturity and understanding how life is. And whether this is true or not, we all have our own struggles in our own unique ways. No one's any different, but it's more so, you know, we're tuning into people's assumptions, right? So this is how people view you, pile number 2, is that it feels like you have it easier than other people. Because you bring so much light. You have the citrine card, and literally the card says bring in the light. So we're reading into your energy and people's assumptions about you. People assume that you just bring joy into the world wherever you go, whichever room you walk into, whichever country you walk into, you just bring the light, you just bring the joy. You're such a ball of joy, pile number 2. And that's what people's assumptions about you, because they've experienced this of you, that they assume that you bring that everywhere else in your life as well. Pile number 2. So pink opal, be kind to yourself. Yeah, you guys, people have already experienced a wonderful time with you, pile number 2, so they feel like everyone else would experience such a wonderful time with you. You know, you have your close friends, you have your coworkers, you have people that you've worked with in the past, people that you've dated in the past that have had such an amazing time with you. And people are just assuming that you're going to continue bringing the joy into people's worlds, one after another, one company after another, one country after another, one trip to another. You're just going to continue bringing this beautiful joy into this world. I was looking at this meme the other day. It was hilarious. So Santa Claus must be a Sagittarius, because who else would travel the world and bring joy to the world for absolutely no freaking reason? So that's the kind of vibe you guys have, pile number 2. You just bring joy to the world for no reason. You just do it because that's who you are, and you're a lovely bunch of people, and people assume that you just continue to do that on autopilot. That's just who you are. And so when people think about you, they actually think very positively of you, and they assume that you're just doing the same. People are experiencing the lovely experience that they have of you wherever you go. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are speakers or have a social media platform or some kind of, because I do feel the energy of fans in your energy. It feels fan-ish to me, you know. A lot of these people are close to you, you know, friends, family. They do have this amazing, like this is everyone in your life, okay, including everyone that you can think of sees you in this way. But also the fan energy is in that crowd as well. So whether you do have fans or a community or that, if you don't, then I feel like you will, because this type of light is really unique, special, and rare, and this is the type of energy that changes the world. Be kind to yourself. You're really kind to yourself. The assumptions they make of you is that if you're so kind to them, you must be so wonderfully kind to yourself as well. And so people's assumptions is that they feel as though you are so amazing to yourself, and that's why you reflect that out into the world, because your inner world, they assume that your inner world is also that amazing. And what are the lovely assumptions that people have of you? It's just, I want to say adorable, but it's not just that, you know, it's powerful as well. It's respectful, and you just make people feel happier in general, and you uplift people, and that is a true strength in itself. So people assume that, so I don't know what you have shown others in the past, but maybe with this energy, I wouldn't be surprised. You got to remember your worth. So people assume that sometimes I've gotten this comment before, that I'm too nice sometimes. And so that came to my awareness really strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if pile number 2, you guys also have been too nice to people, and people thought that, you know, I can hear it in their mind. They're thinking, I hope pile number 2 isn't letting people walk all over them because you're too nice, you're too genuine, you're so innocent, you know, it's that type of a dialogue people have in their minds and assumptions about you. They think that they assume that, I feel like there's two sides to this card. I'm really feeling that for you guys. Pile number 2, that they're, Some people assume that maybe, and this is deep, right? This is subconscious stuff. So this is subconscious assumptions that people are having, that you need to, that you might have self-worth issues where you're actually too nice to people. And then there's the other flip coin of that people feel like you have a huge sense of self-worth and self-respect, and therefore you don't let people walk all over you. So there's two sides to this. I feel like there's two distinct different groups, 50-50, like half and half of you guys in within group 2, is that half of you guys really need to work on your self-worth and not let people walk all over you and not being too nice to the wrong people. And then there's the other half, pile number 2, where you guys are fully realizing your self-worth and how amazing and how much respect that you deserve in this world, and you make sure that that happens, that people don't walk all over you, and you can sense from a mile away when someone is, you know, not acting right, for the lack of better words. So, pile number 2, one more card for assumptions they make of pile number 2. Let's see. Praise. Allow yourself to receive. Oh, that's amazing. People assume that because you're so nice, genuine, and open, that they assume that you're really good at receiving things, that, you know, gifts and opportunities, blessings in life. People assume that you really open your heart to everything in relationships. You just give it your all. You guys, people have that assumption of you, whether it's true or not. These are perspectives from the outside of you, right? So that is the reading. I hope you guys pile number 2. If you liked it, help me boop that like button so that I can continue making videos like this. And remember to check out the membership tiers that I've added onto this channel, and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you in another reading. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. How are we all doing? Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. As always, I've added a membership tier into my channel if you want to support me in other ways. The fact that you're here, you're already supporting me. So let's find out, what assumptions do people have of you guys, pile number 3. Let's see. Okay, pile number 3, people assume that you're really passionate about what you want, and people assume that you have this really clear defined goal. It's kind of this Aries energy, whether you are Aries or not, it's still that energy. You know, even I have no Aries in my chart, but I can relate to this energy of this very hyper focused, you know, you want what you want, and then you go ahead and go get what you want. It's this hyper focus and determination of what you are going after. So people assume that you like to just do what you want to do. And why would they assume that though? It's the way you carry yourself. It's the way that you speak. It's the way that your energy feels. People feel like they can't sway you, and that's good. You know, pile number 2's energy was kind of mushy and in a very lovely, magical way. But with you guys, I feel your energy is more hard and, I want to say, protected, with very firm boundaries, which is great. This is almost that Virgo type of energy where it's like this way or the highway. I'm going that way, and if you want to join, great. If not, that's also fine. So let's keep it moving, because you want something. Look, you're like chasing and running. You're running after. This is how people see. This is assumptions people have. Like, you see that bike, you want to go there. That bike, so you're going to run after the bike. No question about it. You're just gonna go after it no matter what. So people assume that they cannot sway you. They don't even care. I mean, sorry, they do care, but they don't even try to offer their opinion. They don't try to speak to you about much in terms of what you're up to, because they feel and assume that you've got it all handled and under control, and that you will do what you're gonna do anyway. Pile number 3, people assume that you need to protect your energy. You know, also I sense this for pile number 1 as well. This can be just what people are feeling and assuming about you right now. Just this isn't an assumption that they make of you generally speaking, but right now, these days, pile number 3, people assume that you are a bit more guarded, whether if it's true or not. Maybe you guys want to hang out with your friends and want to chat and connect and vibe, but this, for whatever reason, take it however it resonates, but pile number 3, they feel like you are to yourself, you're taking, you know, doing your self-care things, and you're going after what you are going after. I'm not surprised because, you know, the time of me posting this is around January, so it's the beginning of the year. You guys want to focus on your goals right off the bat. That makes sense. Like, there are people who are just letting you do you, and in a sense, they're also focused on what they want to get. So it's almost like this projection mirror situation with your people. You know, I feel like this is the general vibe of what's going on collectively regardless. So the assumptions they make of you, pile number 3, is that you guys are really just having a great time with vibing with you, and you're like, you are the center stage of your life. People assume that you're just really in your zone. That's the assumption they have. Ace of Wands, yeah, you guys are really in that state of mind where you want to cultivate your ideas and evolve and grow your ventures, your career, your studies, people assume that you're just really focused on you right now. And I think some of the people in your life has experienced the boundaries that have been placed because you really have decided a path and you're gonna go on that path, whether people like it or not. The point is you like it, so you're gonna do it. And so people are really feeling and assuming that of you, that this is how they feel when it comes to you. They don't know how to get through to you. Your walls are intentional walls or not, they really feel those walls. I feel like, I'm not surprised if some of you guys have cut some people out or really pushing unintentionally. It feels natural to you though. You're just doing you, pile number 3. When I tune into your energy, it feels like you're just doing you. Yeah, and then when people look into your life and think of you, they assume that you just have it all right now. You are in a creative flow, you're feeling yourself. It's that kind of an energy. And when they want to approach you for something, whether, it feels like when it comes to you, they're walking on eggshells. Like whoever it is that you have cut out of your life, they feel like they're walking on eggshells when it comes to approaching you or interacting with you. They feel like they don't really know how to approach you anymore. And why do I feel like they feel a little bit guilty? Take it however resonates. Tidbits of things I'm picking up on. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, we're just repeating ourselves at this point. Page of Pentacles, you guys are, really in your ideas and making your ideas come to life. You guys are working with the flow of the universe. It's happening for you. People can feel it. It's really happening. And you guys are focused. Like, look at your face. You're not even paying attention to anything around you, but you're quite literally feeling yourself, and you're balanced, you're strong, you're standing on one feet, and you're just having a good time being laser focused. I feel like I've said the word focused at least 100 times in this reading, but that is the vibe and the assumptions that people are making of you. So I hope this resonated, and I hope this made sense. This is your reading, pile number 3. Is it pile number 3? Yeah. If you like this video, help me boop that like button. And consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you in another one. Bye for now.